Peach Jam has wrapped, and it's time for some Peach Jam takeaways. Now, again, disclaimer, Carter. I feel like we have to do this now. You and I didn't go to Peach Jam this year, so these are remote takeaways. These are virtual takeaways. It's like we just watched like a virtual seminar. Like back in my corporate days, when hey, your task this afternoon is to watch this webinar. That's what Peach Jam was for me in the last couple of weeks. And I think there are some pretty consensus takeaways from what everyone is saying. People who were in the gym, others who were not in the gym like us. Why don't you go first on this? You got any loud takeaways that you feel like are conclusions from the week at Peach Jam?
Oh, I still don't understand why Kyan Anthony's not higher in this class. I'm just going that I'm probably gonna say that every single video. That dude's just a bucket. Um, and I think we do a video on Tunde Yesufu?
Yes, a while ago.
I think I might have missed something with that dude. That dude's a monster.
Yeah.
Like an actual mon, like at 6'5", 220. Like he is his ability to just dominate games at that size, and it's not like just crazy over like at 6'5", you're not just like towering over people, even though he is built like a football player. Like his ability to just like use that and be explosive and get downhill. I think rivals and most sites have him like in the low 20s or something like that, like 25-ish range. I was very impressed in the games that I saw him play for Team Why Not. Um, but I want to do a dude that we didn't talk about. Um, I mean, we do got to start this video like this once again. Uh, what do you know? Cam Boozer and the Boozer twins win again. So all they do is just win everything. Cam Boozer was incredible once again. This is his ninth Peach Jam in a row where he's found himself on first team All Peach Jam, whatever age group it is, and the Boozers win again.
Yeah. Do you actually like, do you put a lot of weight into that? Because I feel like historically, if I were guessing, you would not be a guy who thinks that matters.
That them winning the Peach Jam matters.
Well, I'm not saying you don't think winning matters, but I think you would make my guess would be you would make the argument like, I mean, why don't we see AJ Dybantsa on that exact team with those exact teammates? He'd probably win too.
Yeah,
Like,
if they could, they would do it.
okay, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong on your take then.
Yeah,
Interesting.
if they could, they would do it. But once again, like Cam Boozer just showed up, averaged 23 points a game,
Yeah.
63% from the field. He was 6 for 10 on 3 pointers. Uh, he's so strong and so productive that people just kind of just glance over it, just like, oh yeah, just Cam Boozer doing the Cam Boozer thing again,
Yeah.
when he has been one of the most dominant AAU players in the past 4 years.
Yeah. So that one of the things that I feel like is loudest as a conclusion from Peach Jam is that exact I don't want to call it a debate, but the relationship between best versus winningest or best versus most successful. Because everyone in the gym agrees AJ Dybantsa was the best player at Peach Jam. It's not up for debate. He's unstoppable. He's unbelievable. He's next up. But also, Cam Boozer wins everything. So it's one of those things like that, to me, they're going to be kind of intertwined. And I get some Cade Cunningham vibes to Cam Boozer of like, well, the kid just wins. Like, what wasn't that the MO on Cade coming up? It was like, he just wins. He just wins. All he does is find ways to win. And I'm not saying that's good or bad. Like, obviously, it's good, but I would say Cade has been a little underwhelming in the NBA. Just like the winning hasn't translated, right? He's supposed to be a guy that drags a franchise from the depths as a winner because all he's ever done is win. Well, it turns out the people around him kind of matter. And that might be a thing here with Cam Boozer to me, like as we go forward. And it's why his college choice will be really meaningful to me. They're both incredible players, but I don't know. It's like it's just fascinating to me. Like Cam Boozer's team wins again, and everyone's still like, "Yeah, Debance is so much better than him." Like, huh? Interesting, fascinating to me. You mentioned Kyan as a guy who's underrated. I'll give a shout out to another guy we've talked about recently, and we got a text from Riley Davis saying it's time to have this conversation. Mika Murinen is like a killer. Like he just exploded onto the scene at Peach Jam, and I think he was exploding onto the scene before Peach Jam, but he's doing a lot of things, man. Like he's doing some athletic things I didn't expect from him. He had the scary moment where I believe he got carted off and then came back the
Yeah.
next day. So it's good to see he's okay. But I got some modest Buzelis vibes from Mika Murin and Cart.
Yeah, like the size is very intriguing. He's very productive playing for the youth level team for I believe Finland is his native country who he plays for. Um I love what I saw from him, the length, the ability. I definitely see where you get the modest vibes from. But yeah, my one big takeaway is that this class is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
actually, like you go to guys who are like or there were some guys that I watched this weekend and I was like, damn, like one, I guess I never really had the chance to watch this kid. Like, where's he ranked? Like just kids in the 100. I'm like, that kid's 100? That's
Yeah.
that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it feels like youth basketball is just in a really good spot. And by default, the future of both college and NBA basketball is in a really, really good spot because everybody was hooping at Peach Jam. That's what it sounds like and what it looked like. And yeah, if you're a college team that's recruiting like in the 30s through 60s in this class, I think you're getting guys that most years would be like in the 20s. Like it's not just loaded at the top, it's deep. There's like 100 good players, great players in this class. So, yeah, there you have it. Give me like one final thought. Any one final takeaway from everything you heard at Peach Jam? Or is it just that? It's just the class is nasty.
I'm somewhat disappointed that AJ, Dybantsa, and Tyran Stokes couldn't win it all.
Ooh, it's a little spicy.
Yeah, that I think they should have got across the finish line.
It's a little spicy. Okay. Um, my final one is I hope Jeremiah Fears had a really fun week. Cart, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.